Hello everyone, Darren Gabbard here with 345 Auction. How are you? We have an auction going on right now that features plenty of edged weapons from the World War II era. We call it the Bagale collection, and it is named after John Bagale, Dr. John Bagale, who was a physician in the Pueblo area for over 40 years, and he was a passionate collector of militaria, especially German militaria. He has some from the mid-19th century all the way through into the World War II era. Now this is not a dagger per se, it is what's known as a hewer. And the hewer has a bit of a different, let's see, there we go. It has a bit of a different shape than just a straight dagger. And this one is from what was known as the RAD. It was an organization that was somewhat similar to the Civilian Conservation Corps here in the United States. It was started back in the early 30s for essentially the same reason that the Civilian Conservation Corps was started. It gave young German men a job and something to do that was positive in the nation. They built roads, they built bridges, they did infrastructure and whatnot. And it was a six month commitment, anywhere between the ages of 19 and 25. And this would be a RAD hewer, a leader's hewer. And you can tell that it's a leader's hewer by the handle. The design itself was pretty standard, but you could tell the rank of the person who was wearing this by the type of material that you see right here. This one is kind of a white bakelite. You had some that had a stag handle, and then there were the ones that had wood. And this is the leader's dagger, and it has on the blade here engraved, it says Arbeit, adelt. And what that means in German is that work in Ennobles. And it was, part of the Nazi theme that the worker was a noble person and that the work was valuable to the country. And in fact, RAD stands for Reichsarbeitsdienst, right? The nation's workers' service. And this is in a pretty decent condition considering it's over 80 years old. It has a few issues here on the blade, a little bit of corrosion right here and here, not so much in terms that you can feel it, but you can definitely see it, a little bit here on the back as well. The maker's mark, though, is beautifully clear, and it is a Carl Julius, Carl Julius Krebs from Solingen. And as you can see, it is in pretty decent condition overall. The scabbard, I love the scabbard. The scabbard is just nuts in terms of its engraving. It's beautiful. You have the wheat sheaf, a motif here that is part of the RAD. Here on the front, you have the spade, which was the symbol of the RAD, the spade with a swastika, and then the wheat here on each side. This is something that would have been given to a high-ranking official in the RAD. Now, if you would like to bid on this, if you collect edged weapons from the World War II era, this might be something that you're looking for. And they're not easy to find, quite frankly, and especially in this good a condition. I will put a link to this particular hewer below the video window here in the description, and you can click into the link and you can see detailed pictures of this particular blade. And if you have never bid with 345 Auction before, you will need to register. You can do that as well through that link. We do have several auctions coming up within the Bagale collection because his collection was vast. And probably throughout most of 2026, we will be featuring German militaria from that collection. So you've got plenty of opportunity throughout the rest of the year to bid on some fairly rare stuff. He was a sophisticated collector. Anyway, this is going to be a well-attended auction. People all over the world will see and bid on these items. So if you are going to bid on this particular RAD Leader's Hewer, I wish you luck.